You're live! Hello everyone, I'm Santiago, and today I'm gonna be testing Riders Republic on the Xbox Series S and the Xbox One. So we got the cheapest current gen console and the cheapest last gen console ready to test. How are you guys doing? Welcome. We'll be taking a look at the visuals, the performance, and thanks to Ubisoft for providing a code of the game. So as I said before, we're going to be taking a look at the resolution, the frame rate, but I already know that the game is running at 60 frames on the current gen consoles, and on the previous gen is 30 frames. The thing is, which resolution? Also, pro tip, disable motion blur. It's very aggressive in this game. Welcome Doom Brawler, Team Perspectiva, once again, hi. Hi Smilo. Jesper Valentin, welcome back. Well, thanks. Welcome back to you too. Raccoon Thief, hola de vuelta. Okay, so let's get right into it. Now that we're here, I have my coffee. Bro, are you buying Steam Deck? I wish I can get one. The thing is, they don't ship them to my country yet. Eventually. Let's go. Yeah, handheld gaming PC. I'm super interested in that. Alright. First impressions. Whoa, a lot of people. Hang on. Yeah, no, this looks pretty blurry. I'm guessing this is 1080p. Yeah, probably 1080p. It looks like it. Let me get closer to the screen. Jesus, camera. Yeah, it looks like 1080p. ¿Ya actualizaste la 580? Ah, bueno, genial, Raccoon. Me alegro mucho. So yeah, guys, this looks like 1080p. And the draw distance isn't amazing, but it's 60 frames. So at least in that front, yeah, it does feel pretty solid on the performance side. This is 60 frames, no doubt about it. Yeah, I've been playing the game at 30 frames on my budget GPUs, and this is definitely 60 frames. Well, yeah, hopefully, eventually we're getting there, I'm guessing. Hey Sahandra, I wish Ubisoft fixed their ugly LODs in games. Yeah, same. Yeah, the LODs are terrible. I mean, let me go back and show you. So what happens with the LODs, you might ask? Well, they're pretty terrible. The LODs, I mean. Especially on the assets. Well, here the shadow draw distance is pretty poor. Let's go back. Shadow draw distance. See? There are some small shadows that pop up in the end. But still, 60 frames. Which I think is a big plus. Super solid in that regard. But visually was expecting dynamic 1440p. This looks like 1080p. Pretty soft image. So yeah, this is similar to the 1650 Super experience, I would say. Now that I played it on the PC. Good thing that it also carries over my save file, so I don't have to do it all over again. So yeah, sí, tal cual, Madraco. Hey, Just Pop Games. Long time no see. You have like 200 hours in Assassin's Creed Valhalla. The LOD bother me so much every time. Yeah. Same. Yeah. The LODs are way more noticeable once I get here. Well, there you could see the LOD of the grass. Oh, I can walk. I forgot I could walk in this game. I mean, look at that into the distance. It's like a flat texture in the middle of the screen. Yeah, over there. The grass just pops up. Although it's probably worse in the 1S, I'm guessing. It's noticeable, but it doesn't take me out so far. It depends. If you're looking into the distance, well, you're going to find it pretty easily. Sí, tal cual, Raccoon Thief. Well, el precio está muy bien. Yeah, guys, I agree with some of you that are saying in the comments that for the price it's pretty good, the Series S. And I agree, I mean, the 1650 Super runs the game like this, similar to this. But the 1650 Super itself, at least in my country, is more expensive than a Series S, or it's the price of a Series S, so I'll need to build the rest of the computer. So this is definitely the cheapest way. So considering the price, I think it's a good comparison, point of comparison. Yo, Dark Master, it looks like 1080p. I do not know the exact resolution, but it does look like 1080p so far. So, doesn't look like 1440p to me, but I might be wrong. Is it blurry from your point of view? It's just YouTube compression. A little bit of both. From my point, it looks like a 1080p image. The thing is, I'm on a 4K screen, so it'll look blurry on 1080p. But the YouTube compression doesn't help because this game has a lot of grass, a lot of foliage, tiny details, such as that foliage, a lot of movement. So you guys are going to see a lot of compression artifacts, which doesn't tell you how the game looks. But it looks like 1080p, that's as far as I can explain it. Looks like 1080p with some TAA. In the current PC market, a console is a much better option for gaming, to be honest. If you can even find one at retail, yeah. I mean, the Series S, I find it everywhere. The one that I cannot find is the Series X and the PS5. Those are pretty hard to find at MSRP. So yeah, I think it's a good alternative if you cannot afford the GPU right now. En Series S parece alto, una mezcla entre alto y medio. Well, people asking me how it compares to the PC version. Let me check super quick the reflections. Okay, there is screen space apparently. So I would say a mix between medium and high. The draw distance though, the draw distance looks like medium. So yeah, I would say a mix between medium and high. That would be more realistic, I think. Although the anti-aliasing is probably on high in comparison to the PC version. If you put the PC version with low anti-aliasing, it's going to look blurrier than this. Bueno, que bueno, Raccoon Thief. Alright, yeah, that crash. We all died. Let's do a race. I want to go faster. Let's see if the frame rate holds up. Once you have the jets fly once, yeah, I'm going for that. There's a Zen mode, which I'm going to play after this, but it looks like 1080p so far. And it's 60 frames, so let's see if it holds up those 60s once I get into a race with more people. Yeah, 60 FPS, mind blown. I thought it was going to be 30, but I forget that this is a new gen console. Can you play it without Wi-Fi connection on Xbox? No, Xbox always requires internet, I think. That's a pretty garbage DRM, if you ask me. Look up the Modern Vintage Gamer video on it. Pretty bad DRM on the Xbox. Whoa. I think there are ways to play offline, but... Hang on, I'm stuck. Good way to start. Get out of the way. Tree. Can you change the weather in this game to rain? Well, it's just raining, so that's perfect. Excellent. It was completely planned. Oh, that fast travel is really impressive. Yeah, the fast travel is like out of the blue. Okay, I played this on the PC. Okay, feels pretty smooth. Not gonna lie. Hopefully I don't fall. Makes me kinda nervous. Bueno, saludos desde Uruguay, hermano de Perú. Hello, found your Vanguard comparison stream, keep up the good work. Well, thanks, I appreciate that. Thank you, sir. I hope you're doing well. We're doing Vanguard on Friday. I ended up getting COD Vanguard, so we're doing multiplayer, we're doing single player, we're doing zombies, Although multiplayer, I don't know. I'm going to get pretty bored. Bored pretty easily, better said. What's with the dinosaur outfit? I don't know. It's part of the experience. It makes the game 1000% better. There's also a giraffe costume, but I didn't select it. It was there by default. So somebody definitely had fun making this. Alright. Good to know, man. Happy to know that. Ramsey on downhill domination. Everyone that is watching this live stream told me that. That's insane. It's insane how many people remember that game. I never played it, but I saw some gameplay on the internet and it was, yeah, just like this. But with worse graphics and less vehicles. Oh, I screwed up. Dead, reduced to atoms. Shake your fans. Hell yeah. Hit this flying and gliding part? Sure. Working on it. Give me 1 sec. Oh, I'm so good at this game. What up, Nono Atata? Neck is gone. Reduced to atoms. Completely banished from this existence. I'm doing fine, Nono Atata. What about you, man? Okay. So, the usual Ubisoft stuff. A lot of icons in the map. And as you can see there, those are other players, but you're not seeing those other players if you are there. They're just in the map, showing up. So keep that in mind. I wish I could see everyone. It would be chaos. Yeah, the DRM thing on the Xbox is terrible. They need to address that. Okay, rain. Okay, I'm not sure if the rain makes screen space reflections. I wish we could see the other players. Yeah, same. Would be amazing. Well, those are probably other players, but not the same amount of players that I can see on the map. Without a doubt. Xbox can have tweaking GPU again? What do you mean? Why would you need DRM on a console? No, I think I'm talking about DRM on the online portion. In some moments you need to be online to play games. So that's probably to avoid piracy, but I don't know how that actually works. Whoa, almost dead. I forget that there's a braking button. Twerk the GPU, Zen. Maybe later. You have to take me for a date first. Okay, doing better. Twerk that GPU, Xbox. Twerk that GPU. Now you don't need a brake button. Yeah, you're right. I have to go just mindlessly into the trees. Braking is for idiots. Okay. I don't know how I didn't crash there. But crashing in this game is part of the experience, I would say. And so far, going downhill, no FPS issues so far. Feels like solid 60, so that's good news. Happy to see that. Although this is an Xbox Series Enhanced title, Series native title. So it has to run well. It's not running through backwards compatibility, which is a good thing. I wouldn't have liked to see a new game through backwards compatibility. I'm tired of seeing those. So at least they put some work on this one, on the consoles. It's hard to crash? No, really. I was lucky. It's pretty easy to crash, as you can see. I didn't do it on purpose. The thing is, turning corners is pretty difficult, at least for me. Because I'm not using the braking button at times. Alright. Here we go. I did it. Purpose. That's enough for GPU to work. I'll never reach out to you. Oh no, the bad ending. not again. Have Rockstar given you a code for GTA Trilogy? No, I don't have a contact at Rockstar, so I'll have to buy it, just like Call of Duty. And I'm fine with that. Those are games I'm covering. Okay, nice. Let me see, I don't have the flying thing. So we're going to the Zen mode to do that. So we go back to the title screen. And we're going to now try to fly around. Yeah, Rockstar doesn't contact you, worst ending. Would you buy the trilogy? Yeah, of course, day one. Any hype for Elden Ring? Yeah, I'm a big Souls fan, but I mean, Elden Ring looks interesting. The thing is, I don't know much about it. It looks like open world Dark Souls with more movement mechanics. One GTA be on Game Pass? Yeah, GTA San Andreas will be on Game Pass, the remaster, but only on Xbox, not on PC. So on Game Pass you can only get it through Xbox. Okay, Zen mode. Zen mode gives you all the map to explore and all the vehicles. So we can fly around. When does the new GTA come out? The remastered trilogy next week, I think. Okay, Zen mode, so we can fly around. Nice. And let's change the time of day to something else. Okay, how do I change the time of day? It doesn't allow me to. Oh well. We go right here. Here in the middle. Helicopter drop. Okay, that changed the daytime, although at night we still get some shadows. Yeah, I still run these shadows. Okay, stress test! Okay, it seems to be holding 60s pretty well. Whoa, that hurt. Yeah, you can see the draw distance pretty clearly. Let me change the time of day once more. Is GTA going to be full price? Yeah, it is. For me, in Uruguay, is 60 US dollars, so yeah, very expensive. Okay. Let's see it now. Okay, perfect. So as you can see, there is a lot of pop in with the grass and the shadows. Look at that white part. Stuff will pop up as I get closer. And there it is. Same with the shadows, although with the shadows it's a little bit more subtle. At least there is shadows into the distance. Oh, never mind, it's not subtle. Look at this. With the shadows and the grass, pops up just like that. See that? It just pops up. So yeah, if you're flying around, it's way more noticeable. I mean, look at that texture pop in. Is Xbox One X better in GPU while Series S is better in CPU? They're different technology, really. You cannot compare them directly. The thing with the One X is that it has a lot of VRAM, and it's a pretty strong GPU on its architecture. But the Series S is a completely different architecture, so it probably has less memory, but it's more efficient. The thing is, they're not making games with those new architectures in mind yet. Some games are, but most of them are still running the old code. So yeah. Yeah, the LOD, it's a common Ubisoft thing with the open world games. The LODs are pretty obvious. But at least the game doesn't slow down. That makes me happy. 60 frames. Let's see, this canyon here. Show stuff. There you go, pop in. Love it. Love the pop in. Let's go with the bike. Hopefully I don't die. Never mind. I fractured my spine multiple times. But as you can see, once you get closer, it's fine. The thing is, when you're flying around, it's pretty obvious. And when you're seeing into the distance, it also does. But it's a fun game, not gonna lie. I'm enjoying my time with it. Hopefully I don't die. Famous last words, yeah. It happened to a friend of mine. Oh, I cannot swim. Oh, that sucks. What a weird thing that I cannot swim.
Hey, what's new? So heads up. Look out for an old tent and bonfire by the Colorado River. There's a tidy reward waiting.
I'm just going to helicopter drop somewhere. Let's see. Yeah, playing with friends is pretty fun, but you can say that about any game, I think. Okay, here we are. Yeah, I like the greener areas a lot more, but the pop-in is pretty aggressive. Other than that, looks like 1080p, feels like 60 frames, didn't feel any drops, even when going downhill with the bike. So yeah, good stuff. I'm doing tricks while I'm falling. Yeah, that wasn't going to work. Let's get down! Go, go, go! Perfect, I can continue now. Dead, reduced to atoms. Never to be seen again. Yeah, just the fact that I can change my sports in real time makes it hilarious to me. The thing is actually having friends. Yeah, that's the difficult part. Having friends is the Dark Souls of social stuff. Do you like Dark Souls? Try making friends in real life. Whoa. Oh my god. I roasted myself. I'm doing fine, boy creations. How was Half-Life Alex yesterday? I want to jump scare you with the message, but I thought, don't want to disturb. Don't worry, I have my notifications disabled on Steam, so you wouldn't have scared me. The game did that already. Can't wait to pop in on the 1S. Yeah, that's coming. It's been 25 minutes. But Series S, solid 60, looks like 1080p. At least to my eyes when I'm looking at the screen. Looks like 1080p. And the pop-in is pretty noticeable. Although the PC version also has a lot of pop-in, but to a lesser degree. This looks like medium draw distance. Multiplayer gaming is just the Dark Souls of social media. Nah, it's the easier part. The thing with social media is I don't want to take pictures of me doing stuff. It's kinda weird. That's the only thing I hate about modern social media. Sure, add me on Xbox. I'm Santiago Santia 6, as you can see there. Okay, one more race and we do the 1S. Which is probably going to be 30 frames below 900p or something like that. It's going to be dreadful, I know. It's probably going to be like that. That's usually how it goes. But hey, maybe we're surprised, who knows. They probably have to lower draw distance to stay within the 8GB memory budget. Probably. That could happen. Yeah, I could see that happening. It's pretty the usual in that regard. So as I was saying, the draw distance looks like medium draw distance on PC, I think. I don't have a Xbox so we can be friends. Oh no! Xbox. Maybe TAA is confusing me? What do you mean? 960p? No, I think it's 1080p. I'm pretty sure. Although, it's a pretty close gap. It shouldn't be that far off. Considering that Series S is hard to find, Should I hold out and keep using the Xbox One X or upgrade to the Series S? Personally, I mean, usually the One X will have a higher resolution in some games. In quite a few games, especially the ones that are native Xbox One games. The Xbox 360 games through backwards compatibility are 4K on the One X, but on the Series S they are 1440p in those cases. So I don't know. The major improvement on the Series S is that you get 60 frames in a lot of games. That on the One X, yeah, they are higher resolution, but they are 30 frames. So I'll hold on to my One X if I had one, and wait for the Series X. Because in some games you'll get a lower resolution. Yeah, you get 60 frames, but it's a lower resolution overall, so... Maybe in the future that changes, but right now, if you already have a One X, stick to it, I'd say. Unless you want to play a game that is not on Xbox One. Which is not common right now. Exactly, higher resolution but lower frame rate. I mean, the CPU difference is completely noticeable, without a doubt. And the SSD is great. Everything launches right away. Alright. Time to do the One S now, or the Xbox One. So yeah, again, Series S looks like 1080p. Draw distance is quite poor. I was expecting more on that front. But it's 60 frames so far. Haven't noticed any dips. Is it using dynamic resolution? I'm not sure. It doesn't seem to be. It looked pretty much the same to me. So it doesn't seem to be. And if it does, it's pretty subtle. Really. But I was expecting more resolution, I don't know. I'm kind of disappointed. Okay, I'm swapping to the One S. One sec. I grabbed my Xbox One controller. So now we're on Xbox One. Let's try that out. If anyone wants a good tactic for a GPU, buy a pre-built and use a GPU for your main PC. I already checked that out before. It's not even worth doing that anymore. It's cheaper to just buy an entire pre-built instead of just removing the GPU and selling the rest. It's a challenge. Imagine you meet Mr. Beast in real life. That's fine. Do you have Black Friday in your country? We do, but that's because we are copying the US. I mean, we have it just to have an excuse to go buy stuff. Okay, Xbox One S, or also known as Xbox as base Xbox One. So the most basic of the basic consoles that you can find right now. Linus did a video on pre-built. Well, but I don't trust Linus on cheap stuff. He doesn't like cheap stuff. Are you going to add Xbox console emotes? I'll think about it. I have limited emote spaces, but I need to remove the ones that I don't see often. Imagine meeting Mr. Beast in real life. He will give Santiago so much Bitcoin. Hell yeah. The true cinematic experience. Here we go. Get ready. He said the same thing as you suggested. Okay, good. Here we come. 30 frames per second experience. Here we come. We got this. Okay, it's taking a little bit of time to load the game. Yeah, RTX 2060, I have to remove that one. Okay. Whoa. Oh man. Yeah, I can feel the 30 frames on this one. Yeah, no. After playing the One S, oh Jesus, this hurts my eyes. Yeah, look at those shadows, Jesus. Oh no. Although it's pretty solid 30, not gonna lie. Feels pretty solid on the performance side. But still it's 30 frames. My eyes. And it feels like it's below 1080p. It looks like it. Yeah, the resolution is definitely lower. A lot of shadows are missing on the branches on the ground. There were shadows also on the grass. Those shadows are missing. I mean, this is the most basic version of the game. It was kind of to be expected. Oh, the resolution isn't that bad actually. It looks to be 900p, yeah, between 900p and 720p. Not sure if this is dynamic resolution. But it feels like solid 30 so far. Yeah, last legs on the Xbox One. I don't know how they make this run on the Xbox One. I say that pretty often, but I'm still surprised. Yeah, I can see that the shadow quality is pretty low. And the draw distance, we're about to find out. Oh, I screwed up. Are those real players? They should be. I think they'll load in once you get close to them. So I cannot confirm or deny that. I mean, according to this, these many players are here. Let's see that in 3D. Oh man, if I put the map in 3D, it's like 360p. I need lags. Yeah, don't put the game in 3D. Don't put the map in 3D. So as I was saying, there should be... Whoa, it lags in the 3D map. Let's put it on 2D then. That's hilarious. It lags on the map. This should be people playing the game. So let's get closer to this area. Let's fast travel. Let's see if it's fast. Oh, that was pretty fast actually. I'm surprised. So even on Xbox One, loads pretty fast when fast traveling. Okay, yeah, apparently these are other players. "2013 machine better than 2015 GPUs is ridiculous." It's not ridiculous, it's what happens every generation. But people seem to forget that. 90% of the time, it happens every time. The thing is, a lot of time passes between those times, so people tend to forget. Can you guess the graphic settings? This is probably medium to low, being generous. But it's solid 30. And this is Jaguar cores, yeah, like how Sahendra says. These are the AMD Jaguar cores. How they do that, I do not know. I mean, if I had a PC with these specs, it wouldn't run. How does this game perform on the 580 8GB? Should be high settings, 60 frames. Pretty easily. Yeah, some stuff didn't load on time. And the 3D models sometimes do not have an animation. So yeah. Yeah, the reflections are also missing. Which would be in line with the low settings on the PC. I mean, the game still looks okay, considering the hardware it's running on, but yeah, in comparison to the other versions, the shadows are pretty low resolution. The draw distance of the shadows is pretty bad as well. But still, it's playable. I'm happy that it stays at 30 frames though. I was expecting drops below 30. It seems to drop below 30 when there are water splashes close to the camera. Like here. Here it seems to drop below 30. For a split second. Yeah, it looks fine. It's okay. Oh, let's see the snow trails. Oh, okay, there's deformation on the ground as well. Pretty low resolution, but still, it's there. Cool. So yeah, I think they did a good job porting this over. I mean, again, it's an Xbox One. You can play the game against your PC friends or your PlayStation friends. So So yeah, and the geometry is probably low as well. Yeah, I mean, look at this. Okay, here it seems to be dropping below 30 a little bit. Yeah. Let's see that draw distance. Yeah, the draw distance is pretty poor, but I mean, the draw distance is worse on the Series S, of course. But it's not bad. It's okay. You can still play the game just fine. Whoa. And you can still crash just fine. Yeah, it has crossplay, so you'll actually have people to play with on all the platforms. The thing is, I don't think the price is justified. It is a little bit too expensive, I would say. Because this is more of a game that I would play every once in a while to chill. Just do some races. Move around the map. This is not something I would play every day or be addicted to. It's just a guilty pleasure. You just go. It's like grabbing a bike yourself, but without the fear of someone stealing it from you. You know, South America issues. That's why I don't have a bike. It will get stolen in the first 5 minutes I hit the road. Did you test any of the Tony Hawk remakes? Tony Hawk's remakes? Not yet. Maybe in the future. I forgot that existed. That would be interesting to check out. Yeah, the textures definitely look okay. In comparison to the PC version on low, they look to be a mix of low and medium. Especially on the ground. Yeah, the textures don't look as bad as they could look. Although the shadows, on the other hand, and the grass and all the foliage and the draw distance. Mass race, hell yeah. I want to go there. Where's the mass race? Oh no, why didn't I pay attention? What is it? I pressed the wrong button. Maybe here? Let's find out. Your English is pretty good. I can speak without lagging. That's okay, that's practice. It doesn't come for free, trust me. It takes quite a few years. More than a decade. And I still have my stutters here and there in my brain. Alright. Apparently that wasn't the mass race. Hopefully I didn't miss it. Nope. Nope. Ubisoft, good idea. What is that? That's a good one. Hang on. There has to be a way. There's something I'm doing wrong. Ah, está. Genial, Guillermo. Se agradece. Okay, so I did something wrong. I pressed the wrong button. Progress. No, I don't care about progress. Yeah, I pressed the wrong button. That's the thing. I don't know my Xbox prompts. So yeah, let's change the outfit in the meantime. Costumes. I love that all the costumes are so ridiculous. Can I have a giraffe head? Okay. Perfect. That's what I wanted. Perfect. I wish I had this skin for Rainbow Six Siege. That would be so ridiculous. Alright. Yeah, look at this. So ridiculous, I love it. I mean, for this game it makes sense to have these ridiculous costumes. When you get this into a shooter game, I start being concerned. Imagine Tom Clancy looking at this skin in Rainbow Six. That would be hilarious. Yeah, imagine the hitboxes for this. Gotta appeal the Fortnite kids somehow. Yep. Agreed. So now I have my audience retention. I'm now appealing for people that play Fortnite. My livestream is now worthy. I'm also seeing that the snow doesn't have any depth to it. It's like a flat plane. Although it does have the skid marks thing. So I do leave... Oh! Okay. The trail you leave in the snow is pretty short. But it does the job. I mean... I'm not usually looking at the trail behind me. But it disappears pretty quickly. Look at that. That's pretty interesting. I mean, yeah, hardware limitations. You know how that goes. Tom Clancy already rolling on his grave after seeing Ghost Recon Frontlines and X-Defiant. Yeah, agreed. What headphones are those? These are the Sony headphones that I got from a friend. I remember they were broken, so I changed the earpads. These are Sony WH-H900N. You can find those in the description. Okay, I'm going to teleport somewhere. I'm going to use my helicopter drop. Because I can, why not? Okay, good stuff. There's a lot of people here. Although they all look the same. Poor Tom Clancy, he just wanted to write books. No, he just wanted to be a soldier. He couldn't. Because, you know, glasses. It's funny though. The way that his books got popular. Because the president said, hey, I like this book from Tom Clancy. And everybody bought the book. Tom Clancy was the first influencer. Can't trust Ubisoft to launch a Splinter Cell. Yeah, no. At least not yet. Maybe in the future if they get to grips with what we want. They seem to be pretty far away from that. Although what I would like to see from Ubisoft is a remaster of Splinter Cell, Chaos Theory, Devil Agent, all those, using a modern engine. That would be nice. I would like to see Splinter Cell, all the Splinter Cells remastered with the Splinter Cell Blacklist engine. That would be nice. Although they will have to update the controls and balance things here and there. But it would be nice to see. I don't know, Ali Berjawi. I don't know. Oh, I screwed up. Splinter Cell Absolution. You mean Hitman Absolution? Tom Clancy's Fortnite. Yeah. Imagine that. Tom Clancy's Fortnite. Also, there's no ripples in the water, so I can see the graphics limitations, but the game's still playable. It seems to be solid 30, except the times where there are effects close to the camera. In those cases, it kinda drops. And here there's a lot of people falling. So yeah. What am I watching? They should be better remaking Pandora tomorrow. Yeah, I mean, all the Splinter Cells, give them to me with better graphics, updated controls, and I'll be happy camper. Anyway, let's try flying around. That'll take kinda forever if I try to do some normal progress. So we're going back to the title screen, and I'm going to select the Zen mode. Which means that it's a mode that has the entire map at your disposal, you have all the vehicles, you can do whatever you want, but there's no other players, so yeah. Max Payne Trilogy Remastered, yeah, ask Rockstar to do that, and we'll see. Maybe that's coming after GTA Trilogy Remastered, maybe we get Max Payne Trilogy. We're going to test on 2GB cards in a few hours. After this live stream I'm doing the 2GB cards. This is just an in-between for me to rest, not having to swap GPUs. So yeah. Soon Tom Clancy will be a Fortnite skin. Yeah, he will look like the old guy from the Up movie. I forgot his name. But it will look like that, I promise. If Tom Clancy comes to Fortnite, it will be the guy from Up. I forgot the name, hang on. Up. Characters. Carl, it will be just like Carl from Up. That will be Tom Clancy in Fortnite. Although he will be ripped. I think Red Dead 1 Remastered will be next. Yeah, it will be amazing. If they remake that from the ground up with a modern engine, hell yeah. I'm all over Red Dead 1 then. Yeah, if that happens, that will implode the internet. Okay, so we're in Zen mode. That means we can use whatever we want and fly whatever we want. So here we can test out the draw distances. Hang on, I cannot see anything. And I'm going to fast travel to a place with tons of trees. Here. Resolution and frame rate, this seems to be below 1080p. I'm guessing this is 900p. Frame rate is 30 frames. Pretty solid on the frame rate department. The thing is, the draw distance is pretty poor. Both shadows and assets. Whoa, I screwed up. Dang it. So let me show you that more easily. There we go. So if you look at the trees, they start popping shadows in and out. Especially the shadows on the grass. But on the Xbox One is more understandable. But it seems to be a thing on all platforms. Especially in the grass. I mean, look at that grass. It's being generated in front of my eyes. Nothing major. I mean, major in a way. Considering the hardware, it kinda makes sense. But it's noticeable. That's what I'm trying to say. I mean, the pop-in is there. Of course, the pop-in is worse than on the Series S. I mean, yeah, this is a flat texture until I'm 2 feet away from it. So yeah, the most basic version, but it works. And it's 30 frames almost all the time. I saw some drops when I was getting water splashes or many characters on screen doing effects. But overall, pretty solid 30. So this one gets a pass, it's okay. Considering the hardware, it's okay. Can't get Tom Clancy's Fortnite name out of my head, it's cracking me up, yeah. Tom Clancy's Fortnite, it's a perfect name, I mean... I would love to see that in real life, that would be hilarious. Tom Clancy's Fortnite. Okay, dead, reduced to atoms. Series S is less powerful than the Xbox One? No, it's more powerful. It's a current gen console. The Series S still has pop-in, but it runs at 60 frames at higher resolution. This one looks to be 900p to my eye. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe this is 720. But at least to me it looks like 900p. Then on the Series S it looked like 1080p, but it was solid 60. And this one is almost solid 30, so... yeah, I think they did a good job with this version. Did you notice any stuttering? Not on this one. Now on the consoles I didn't notice any stutters, even when racing against other people. Okay, let's go in the bike. Yeah, no, even flying very close to the ground, I don't notice any stutter on the consoles. Seems to be pretty smooth. Series X, the powerful one, yeah, the Series X would be like, what, 4K or 1800p maybe? This game is very realistic, because if you fall 20 meters down from a mountain, you'll immediately respawn with a bicycle next to you. Yeah, I mean, I do that all the time. Before I go to work, I just fall from a mountain into the ground, head first, and then I just respawn in a bicycle. I mean, you guys don't do that every day? Nice bike? Thanks. Thanks. So yeah, considering it's an Xbox One, a base Xbox One, it's pretty good. Pretty solid. So yeah, anyway. So guys, that's it for now. Red Dead Republic on the Series S, 60 frames, looks like 1080p. This one on the One S looks like 900p with lower settings at 30 frames with some drops when there are effects close to the camera. But so far, pretty solid 30 frames. I'm going to now try 2GB GPUs on PC. Let's see how it compares against the Xbox One. That'll be interesting. Hopefully the game does launch on 2GB cards. That's kind of my concern. So yeah. Hang on, let me first schedule the next live stream so you guys can find it. It will be in around an hour and a half from now. So yeah, I'll put it as public so you guys can see it. So yeah, so far so good. The console versions are pretty solid. Hopefully the PC version on 2GB cards can compete with the One S. That's something that kinda has me worried. Because at the end of the generation in general, consoles are ahead of budget GPUs. Sometimes, pretty often that's the case. So yeah. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see ya in a few hours with 2GB GPUs. Thanks guys, see ya later. Bye bye. Thank you. Love you all.